looks like I'm going to have a heart attack soon. That's because I feel like I am. Welcome to week 5. I haven't hiked in a week now. So first day back. It's been nothing but uphill. But, and it's hot. Man, is it hot. Maybe because I've gotten acclimated to air conditioning again in the last week. Figured I could probably show a little bit of the trail. Looks like I'm coming up on my camp spot. Today was a super long day, about 1 mile. Oh, there's a few spots down there. I wonder if this is it. There's a little sign, so it didn't look like it was an official campground, but I think it might be. Is this looking at me home for tonight? Looks nice. There's a flat spot. Yep, I believe this is it. Let's first scope out a bear hang. This looks like prime territory. Yeah, it's a nice little spot. Look, I mean, that's very rooty. I mean, I wouldn't choose that, but I'm thinking about this spot down here. No roots. Looks pretty smooth. Going at a slant. Over here by the water source. Oh, there's another way to get up to the trail. You know, a way for a bear to walk down and eat me. But, there's the water source right over there. I think this is going to be it for the night. Not seeing a good bear branch. Unless it's all the way over there on the other side of the... And that's still not very good. Tell me what you think. Everything looks... Okay, so, there's some people that's supposed to be coming back, not to the campsite, but coming back through the AT. The AT is like right there. I think I keep hearing them. And they have a dog. The dog came up. I was getting my phone to check the signal out of the tent, and I was like, I heard like something like sniffing me, and I was like, whoa, what was that? It was a little sweet dog. It was a little lab mix. It was cute. Anyways, I got dropped off. I got dropped off at Stair Gap at about 5 o'clock. It is 7 o'clock now. I'm going to keep looking back because let's just do that. I found a crappy spot to hang my bear bag. It's like, do you do a crappy bear hang and let them have it, or do you put it in your tent, you know, and hope for the best? I know some people just always keep in their tent. I can't do that. I can't do it. That's where I'm heading. Well, I made it to a shelter. 10-mile day, 10.1. You know, that 0.1 matters. Plus, you have to walk all over the friggin' place here. Go get water, half a mile. Come back to the shelter, another half a mile. It's not that bad, but it seems like it. My feet are killing me today. Like, today was hard. My body did not want to move. Nothing wanted to work. Like, it was only 4.5 more miles to the next shelter, which I should have done, but my body said, nope, this is where we're stopping today. The Wesser Bald was really pretty. I had to talk to a few people today. Well, two people today. One was a section hiker, and then one was he's a flip-flopper, but he's a northbound only flip-flopper. So, and I think that's how I kind of hurt my calf today. I fell for the first time today. I was walking or hiking really fast, and I just tripped over, and it was very rooty today. So, sorry. And I just I was hiking, trying to keep up with that flip-flopper and trying to talk to him and or ask him questions. And he was talking, but he was just hiking so dang fast. And there was no way I could keep up with him for that long. I hiked with him for 2 miles, and that was hard. And I fell during that time too. That was so hard. After I was like, well, I can't keep up with you. Go ahead and have a great hike. And he's like, I'll see you down the trail. And I'm thinking in my head, no, you won't. He's like doing 25 miles a day. No, you won't. But what really, really sucks is that 100% chance of rain tomorrow. All day. So, it's supposed to be a rain day. Thunderstorm rain day. And I am not walking in that. So, I have my tent in the shelter. There's nobody. If somebody comes, then I'll move it, but because there's a spot right there. But right now, nobody's here. It's just me waiting on my rice soup to set up. I saw a lot of bear markings today, and then that flip-flopper guy told me that there's nothing left for bear to eat, on the trail and around. They've ate everything that they have now, and they're still looking to fill up before they go for their hibernation. So now they're, really going to be dead set on getting your food bag. And he said that over on the Standing Indian Mountain section, which was the really bad bear section, it's posted all over the place, but he said he had an adult male follow him the whole entire time. It was crazy. He goes, I think he was trying to get my food bag. And I'm like, yeah, he probably was. Tomorrow I'm just gonna zero at the shelter, as bad as I don't want to. I mean, luckily I packed one more day of food, so I will leave in my hair. I'm at that point where I don't care about anything. The NOSA is 16 miles away. It's so close, but so far away. And then you have these 2 days of rain. And I'm running low on time, I don't have time to be zeroing at a shelter. There's nothing I can do about the weather. I'm just gonna have to hike more whenever there are good days. The Hurricane Ida is supposed to be hitting, the remnants of that is supposed to be hitting today. It rained all night last night, off and on. I feel like my head cold's coming back because it's so damn cold. But I had a partner here at the shelter. He didn't stay in the shelter, which I kept telling him, but he put his tent up out in the mud. And I was like, I will move my tent if you want to stay in the shelter. He goes, no, I don't want to stay in the shelter. He was very adamant about it. He was like me. He did not want to stay in the shelter. And I was like, well, I have my tent in the shelter. He's like, oh, do you? He goes, have you read about these mice here? And I was like, yeah, but that's what my tent's for. He's like, well, I wouldn't want it to chew a hole in my tent. I was like, they can do that out there too. But anyway, I only had 1 mouse crawl up my tent last night, and that was it. I think the storm kind of had him spooked, probably. But anyways, he told me that the poop's supposed to hit the fan at 9, and it's 9 right now, and it still hasn't started. It's wanting to. It's starting to strum up. The wind. Oh, look at this hair. It needs to be brushed. Pretty. Oh my gosh, that's a knot. Maybe I'll work on that today. But I told myself, if by 12, if it's still like this weather, you're hiking. But if it's coming down in sheets like it was, then you're not hiking. So that's, I'm sorry, there's probably a lot of wind. Wind's just whipping through right there to right here. It's just a whippoorwill. Hear the rain? Ah! Things be knocking off the trees. Those branches all down. Oh, Wesser Bald shelter holds up for me. I think these are the times that everyone talks about that test you. I mean, it would be a real test if I hiked through yet another tropical storm / hurricane. But learning my lesson from the first one, I knew not to do it today. And the rain has came like down in sheets, it was just raining. That's why I started filming, because it was just raining so hard. But, you know, it's not, I mean, at least I do have service here, so I can text. You really can't get online all that much, but I was able to, like, read the titles of my email. And so that's given me something to do, and I could clear out emails. Keeping your phone on, like, where it's searching for signal drains your battery, so I'm gonna have to plug my phone up for a little bit. But luckily I will be at the knock in a day and a half. If I wanted to, I could push it for tomorrow, but I don't know if I have 16 miles in me. But sorry it's so dark. It's just dark. I'm just laying here in my tent. Wasting the day away. That's how it's going right now. I guess I'm going to eat something. I haven't ate anything all day, so I've just been hoarding my food, I guess, like I do. My stomach is growling. I think she's cold and shiver me timbers. Brr. This really sucks. It really does suck. But yeah, that's from what I was originally saying. It's days like this that make you really think, like, what in the world am I doing out here? Like, why am I doing this? You know, I could be at home making money. Nope, I'm sitting in this shelter waiting for a mouse to come by. I figured I'd see one at least today, but I think they're scared of the storm too. They're hunkered down in their little nests. All right, it is 9:30 in the morning of week 5, day 4. It's a Wednesday. All packed up and leaving the shelter, and why is my knee hurting? Like, why? The first step I take. Man, coming up out of Cody Gap is gorgeous. And I thank the trail because as soon as I got to Cody Gap, the sun came out, the birds are chirping, the rain has gone. I took off my rain gear. There's people walking their dogs. Like, it's a whole entire new world. And I thank the trail. I said thank you for, I needed this to make it for my final push. And oh man, it's so gorgeous. If I would have gone any faster, I might have missed it. If I would have gone any slower, I might have missed it. But the trail provided exactly what I needed when I needed it. And it's just so crazy how that is. And I just wanted to show this. Oh, if I don't fall and bust my head open, since I'm doing a 2-polar. And you have to traverse on the... Look at that. Would you look at it? And I have to try to find a... throw that rock in there. Yes. Yes, sirree, Bobby. That's all I needed. Do-do-do-do-do. How pretty. Made it. Wesser Bald. I believe that's Fontana. Oh man, what a day. And it's cleared out for me. And it's so beautiful to see the sun. You can't really see it in this front camera, but you can see the sun patches coming through the clouds. It's amazing. The tower is right over there. I guess I'm gonna go check that out. Oh, I guess, people camp up here. Look at that little fire pit. Oh, I guess I'm gonna walk up these steps. I'm laying my pack down here. I'm putting on my raincoat. It's the wind be a little bit chilly out here. All right, I'll check back in when I get to the top. Oh my gosh. That view down there wasn't anything. You can see 360. This is definitely a carving block. Should have drank some water before I climbed those steps. I was getting a little freaked out looking through them. The wind's like blowing at you. Let me turn this camera around. Over there are so pretty. The ridges. Up, down, up, down. Holy moly. That sun coming up over that ridge is a little bright. Oh man. Every single time I take my first step out of the shelter, my left knee starts hurting. But this was the shelter I stayed at. I put my tent in this shelter just because every single tent site here is like going downhill into the shelter. Oh, I meant to sign the shelter log. Hold on. Ooh, Momo. Thank you, shelter. Thank you for keeping me safe and providing me a good night's sleep. And I think that is a dead squirrel on top of the roof. I have to go check this out. Hey, little buddy. Oh, no, it's a rock. How it was situated... Why is there a rock up there? How it was situated was it was a rock and a leaf, and it looked like a dead squirrel. Like rocks and leaves in the shape of a squirrel, like lying there. Oh, well. Well, the sun's out today. It's a little chilly down here in this little valley over that ridge right up there. That ridge, or the wind was blowing straight over it and right into the shelter. How it sits. I was like, man, they could have turned this a little bit away. Like, turned it like away from the ridge. That way the back of it was to it, but nope. And I'm starting to see acorns fall. So maybe the bear will have something to eat soon. I'm already out of breath. I haven't even climbed out of the shelter. Oh, I'm excited. I have some views coming up today, and I can't wait to share those. I overslept this morning. I was supposed to try to get out at 6, but it's 8. I woke up with the sun. I can't believe I slept so good. I think it was because it was cold, and I was like all just snuggled up, like... Oh, I'm excited. I get my sleeping bag today, so I can be nice and warm. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love that down blanket, but that's more for summer camping, maybe in the hills of Tennessee. Oh, there's a tree falling right there. That's how you're supposed to do that. There's a tree. So we're going to have to take another route. Oh, boy, that sun feels good. Let's go to this little thing. Oh, that sun feels so good. After 2 days, no sun. Oh, man. It's the little things. Don't ever take the sun for granted, that's for sure. Until you go 2 days without it. Oh, feels good. Get that vitamin. And boy, my face is looking poofy and ugly this morning. But it's all right. I slept outside. That's probably why. And it's coming up Labor Day weekend. It's the Thursday before Labor Day weekend. So maybe there'll be a lot of people at the NOCs and I can talk to them. I don't know. I'm kind of excited. I hope that there's people, but I don't want to get my hopes up too much. All right. Chat later. If anybody ever wants to ask me why am I doing this? Here's part of the reason right here. Give me a second. It's trails that look like that. The challenge and the reward. Almost to the NOC, or Rufus Morgan shelter. And I just fell. And I have a huge pump knot underneath my knee. And I'm telling you what, today's hike, it may be small, but she is tough. I've had to bushwhack through a freaking jungle of trees, blowdowns. Like, most have thorns. I'm sorry. Like, man, I'm trying not to complain, but today has been a time. I've slipped God knows how many times, and because it's wet, you know, rocks are wet, roots are wet, and I'm just frustrated as hell. This pump knot has me, I mean, I don't feel it, but it is the size of a baseball. And as I'm hiking, I'm like trying to make a mind-body connection, you know, see if it hurts, if I'm not feeling any pain, you know, if I'm feeling pain and I'm just not feeling it, you know. It's just something I might have pinched like a nerve or pinched a muscle or something. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not in the medical field at all. So, that's how today has gone. Oh, and I got a blister from yesterday. I meant to add that. I think it was just walking in the darn tufts. That's where I've always gotten the blisters, and it's just my feet are wet. My feet are soaking wet today too. Starting out going up that bald, that Wesser Bald or whatever that next bald was, I forget. But the grass was like all over the trail, and your feet just get soaked. So yeah, I have wet feet again. But hopefully I don't have another blister. I have a Band-Aid on it. Let's get down here. I was wanting to get down here by 12, but freaking bushwhacking and falling, and it's 12 o'clock now. Land of the noonday sun. And there's no way I can make it 2 miles in 3 minutes. I don't have that in me. But I need to put this up because this is sometimes this part of the trail is fine, and sometimes it's very technical, so there's bugs out. Sometimes I wish I was a bird and I just fly over and just make it to where I need to be. Ta-da! This is the Rufus Morgan shelter, which is the founder of the Nantahala Hiking Club, which takes care of all that section south of here on the trail. And I was reading about him. Oh, somebody left their sunglasses. I was reading about him, and he was like a one-man show for a long time, and he just decided that he was going to take care of the trail. This is the room. It's crazy big. Left the NOC at about 10 till 12 noon. And I'm gonna try not to video today, but I had to take a picture of this rock. My goodness, look at it. Hear all the music from the NOC and the traffic. It'll be nice to get away from that. I know today is going to be such a hard climb. I'm tired. And it's just like never ending. It's like the never ending climb. Never ending story of a climb. La la la, la la la, la la la. I've met a lot of people today. A lot of people on the trail. But it's Labor Day weekend, so that's to be expected. I have to hold it like my arm's tired. I'm so tired already. I've only been hiking for 2 hours. This breeze feels nice. Oh, there's the train. Man, this is hard. I'm not lying, this is hard. This is one of those days that is a hard day. And I just feel like I didn't sleep good, and I just want to get there already, and I keep telling myself to be strong, be strong, be strong, and I'm not being strong, and I'm getting mad. And I'm not going to cry, but I want to. Alright, this is how I'm feeling right now. And I just want to make it to the water source because I'm really thirsty and I don't want to drink all my water. And I can't make it to the water source if I keep taking freaking breaks. I stopped to take a break, and exactly where I stopped, I looked over. And there's a snake in the tree. He's not moving, but he's alive. You up there? So, today is Saturday, week 5, day 6, or day 7. I camped on the ridge at Stair Gap. I wasn't going, or Stair Shelter, or whatever it is. And I had to go down and go get water. And there's like a group of, I'd say like 25 people, plus extra section hikers. Oh, I found some chicken in the woods, and I peeled off one ear, I don't know what you call it, and one layer, and I put it in my fanny pack. And I think I'm going to cook that for dinner tonight with, I have shrimp ramen. I know not everybody likes that, but I like it. And I have some bacon, jerky, and so I think I might make mushroom bacon shrimp ramen. We'll see. But it would kind of be like chicken, chicken bacon shrimp ramen. So we'll see how that turns out. But in my head, I'm saying it's a mushroom. But, yeah, and the only thing is I would really don't want to eat my ramen because that's one of my lighter meals, like lighter weight meals, and I like to leave those for the very end, and eat my heavier stuff. Because I have a thing of mashed potatoes, which is not my favorite. But I guess I could do that tomorrow for Sunday dinner. Have some mashed potatoes and BBQ pork packet. That wouldn't be bad. And it is Labor Day weekend. If I do good mileage today, I'll be hitting Fontana tomorrow. So I think I'm actually going to have to, and I don't want to stay back because the group, I'm going to catch 22. What do? I'm just going to probably stealth camp a lot today. And if I have to stay again tomorrow, then I'll stealth camp again. I'm not staying near shelters. You can forget that. Alright, but that's how the last day of week 5 is going. It's week 5, but I've honestly only been out here for 4 weeks now. And I've taken 3 zeros and 2 neros. So, and I have a left foot full of blisters again on my heel. And that was from walking in wet socks for 2 days. I just can't win with this foot. But that's how it's going. Happy Labor Day weekend. And I will check back in later. Made it on top of Wesser Bald. It was like I was right there, and I was like taking a break. I was like right there. And the guy passed me. I was like, I let this fast guy pass me, and he was like, "Oh, it's right here." I'm like, "Ah, I wish I would have known." It took me an hour to climb up here, 1 mile. It was hard this morning. And there's some blisters. I got such a pretty. Maybe I'll just stop talking. Flies. I'm all scratched up from going to get water at that water source at Cody Gap. There's like thorns everywhere. Like, I have open wounds. That guy behind me, he was following me to get the water. And he gave up. He turned around and went back. And I think that's when he made his mind up that he was not hiking anymore. It's a lot harder than what people think that it is. It's a lot harder. You have to find that grit in order to keep on doing it. Because boy, wouldn't it have been easier to take a ride in the back of that guy's truck into town for Labor Day weekend. That would have been nice. But nope, here I am. I'm doing this instead. I'm gonna do this. So that's how the day has gone. Talked to quite a few people. This is the most people I've seen on the trail at all ever since I've been on it. Like, probably more people today than what I've seen total on the trail. So it's crazy how many people I've talked to today. Even like ones going southbound. Like plenty of and girls too. Got to talk to 2 ladies. Gotta climb up this. All right, that's it. That's the day so far. 5 more miles. Found Jacob's ladder. So the reward for hitting 150 miles is you get to climb Jacob's ladder. Doesn't that sound fun? It's not. Man, that was tough. But I just put my big girl panties on and said, climb this hill. It's not even a hill, it's a mountain. It makes me feel better if I call them hills, then I don't feel so like I'm doing something huge, like that I can do it if it's a hill. So, made it through Jacob's ladder. Only took me, seems like 3 hours, but I honestly think it took me an hour. So freaking, I'm tired. I'm getting tired again. This is 2 hard climbs in a row. Man, this section is so hard. I needed this view today.